You can now support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and by clicking the join button, you can support me for as little as $5 per month. Link is in the description and in the chat. Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm getting this started on a little bit slow. Had some technical difficulties in the beginning. Comcast is really slow tonight. Ow! I'm only gotten like about 18 megabytes. Let me see. Let's see if it got any better. So downloads about 800 at the very best. It's supposed to be about 1400, and uploads supposed to be about 40. Right now I'm getting about 650 download. And what is it? 17.8. Boom, right there. You see it right there, 16, 17. So it ain't doing worth a shit tonight. So I had to bring down the quality on both YouTube and Rumble. We'll see how that works out. So far, so good. Starting a little bit slow on Rumble. I don't see it popping up yet on Rumble. Let me refresh it because I always have to play around with it. And there we go. Okay. I see Rob over here and Curtis over there, and Gerald was there earlier. And I lost the early chat from Gerald, so we'll see what's going on. Okay, so we're all right tonight. Okay. And then the second thing that happened, the microphone on here, it just went out. It was working, and then all of a sudden it just went out, so I had to reset it. So okay, so we're doing good right now. I want to show you. There is a view of the workbench. That's one view right there. I got the my cell phone hooked up to the deal, and let me see what else I got over here. Here's the other view. Okay, so we're all set to go. Hello, everybody. Let me go back in here and do a proper hello. Gerald was the first one in here. He was the first one in here on YouTube and on Rumble. And then Reggie Stroud. Good to see you in here. And then Barry Olson. Hello, hello, hello. And then Jim Tedesco. How you doing? And then Blame Smoke. Good to see you in here. And Edward Turner. Good evening, Tom. I'm surprised you don't have fiber in your area of Florida. You know, the Frontier said that they were coming down here. They're up in Lake Wells, but they haven't come down any further. They said they would be up this way or down this way, and I haven't seen them. So we'll see. Do away with train shows on Wednesday. Once a week is enough. Well, are you getting wore out there? Oh my goodness, Barry. Holy moly. John Train, BFGR. Good to see you in here. How you doing? Yeah, he said Comcast was not working well. It's working like shit today. So bear with me. I'm doing this at 720 instead of 1080p tonight on both Rumble and on YouTube. So you might not know the difference unless you're watching it on a big screen or something. Ken, good to see you. How you doing? Ken Melvin. Glad you can make it in here. All right. So I think I said hello to everybody. If you haven't done so already, smash that little thumbs up, like button, whatever it is. Let YouTube know that you're here. Iron Rails and Pipe Dreams. Good to see you in here. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so, man, this is going slow here. Everything's going slow. 5 likes. Can you imagine that? Come on, people. Let's get that thing up there so YouTube knows to push this thing out of here. So they are messing around, not doing their job, not doing stuff. You know, when I first started on YouTube, every time, you know, somebody put out a video that I was subscribed to, I'd get an email. that quit happening really, really fast. And Rumble still does it. So what's your problem, YouTube? You don't like people or what? Okay. So if it's not Comcast, it's YouTube. So we'll see what's going on here. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to this channel. Let me see how many we got here.
We got 28,341. Thank you very much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Now you got to start watching. And I want to thank everybody for supporting this channel. Let me put this thing up here to thank everybody.
You can now support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and by clicking the join button, you can support me for as little as $5 per month. Link is in the description and in the chat. Thank you for your contributions during the live stream. I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank all the moderators who have helped me out in the past years. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, like that guy said there. All right, Robert Amos, good to see you in here. Glad you can make it in here. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Ken Melvin, all right. I just missed you at the D-Land train show. I think I was about 5 minutes behind you. Yeah, I think we got there shortly after 9 o'clock and stayed. What did I say? We were there about 20 after 9 or quarter after 9 or something like that, and we stayed till almost 12:30. So maybe next time, April 6th is the next one. I have to flip a coin to see which one we're going to go to, because Suncoast Model Railroad Club is on the same day, April 6th in Pinellas Park, so we'll be figuring that one out. Derek Alexander, good to see you in here. All right, okay. Thank you for stopping in. Okay, so we're working on Babcock Boiler. I put out a video on Womble earlier today of what I did last night. So I unboxed it and I got everything ready. So I'm going to show you that video. The video was my first time there. Okay, liked it. Oh, glad you liked it. Yeah, January is the best show that they have. They have 2 buildings up. So glad you enjoyed it and welcome aboard. All right. So Babcock Boiler. I did the unboxing, and I put that video up on Womble, and it's not on YouTube, so this is the only place you're going to see it up on YouTube. I'm going to show you what I did. It's 8.5 minutes long to show you what we got there, and this is what I'm going to do. Before I was just on the last project, it took me 2 months to do that because I was only doing it on Wednesdays, and then I skipped a couple of Wednesdays, and it lasted from December through February. So I'm going to work on it during the week, and I'll be putting out videos during the week of what I do, and then I'll post that video up on Wednesday to show you what I did in between the Wednesday live streams when we're doing it live. So here is, I'll show you this, and then I'll go over some of the train shows that we'll be going to pretty soon. So hold on a second right here. Here we go. I'm going to be posting videos here on Womble of what I do on the workbench. I'm not just going to do Workbench Wednesday, the live stream. These are going to be in between what happens on the live stream. So here is Babcock Boiler, the unboxing and prep all the way up to
where I am going to paint everything. So enjoy! Today we're going to unbox Babcock Boiler. This is a bar mill scale model works kit, and I may be adding it to Hurst Boiler and welding in a diorama.
Baby, you don't have to blush every time I ask you out.
I may add a shed to one side of the building, actually in between the two buildings. As you can see right there, there's a little overhang, and that may correspond with the one side of Babcock Boiler where there's a dock door that we could cover up and join the two together. We have three different kinds of roofing material. We got the corrugated metal, we got the tar paper, and we got a couple of sheets of shingles. As you can see right here, we're going to have to figure out what color we want to make the shingles. So let's open up the bag right here and see what we got to work with.
When I fall down on one knee, no, baby, you don't have to say yes. When I fall down on one
We got the clear acetate for the windows. Try to get this up. Alright, we got some little pieces right there for the overhang and doors. This looks like it's for the shed. Okay, front and back. Some things for the sidewalk on the side. Peel and stick doors and the decking. Front end, or the two sides right there. Okay, that looks like...
Well, it's Babcock Boiler, and I'm going to do Hurst Boiler and welding also. It's a sales and I don't know, and manufacturer. So you'll see.
A little bit darker than the other ones, but they're all wooden. We'll be painting those all one color. I think we're going to do a brown on that one.
Face is feeling
And
good.
the cardboard for the roofing. So let's make sure that we have everything on here. We'll go and take an inventory of all the pieces that we have. Set them out as they are on the page. So don't get confused with it. Okay, that goes there. Okay. Looks, so far we're doing pretty good. Now to arrange everything by what color I'm going to paint and what things I'm going to stain. Now to cut everything out of the panels. We have the pieces of the main building and of the shed that goes in the back of the building. It's time to file down all the edges of all the pieces on there, all sides, especially where we cut off the little tabs where it was attached to the main sheet. Just to make it smooth and get some of the burn off of the edges, but not all of it. I'm using a 180 grit sanding stick that I got from TRF Trains and Hobbies. And you can see another one laying off to the side. That's 400 grit. That's a finer one. Sorting out the bracing and the corner pieces, and we're going to cut the rest of the stuff out. We're going to do the roof and all the remaining panels so we can start getting everything ready to paint for tomorrow. Everything is ready for the primer coat tomorrow. I have all the bracing on everything that I have. All these pieces right here, I did a stain with the India ink. These pieces over here are going to have the primer coat, and also the corner pieces. The corner pieces, I'm going to leave the primer coat, and that's going to be khaki. And I'm going to use the khaki for this also, but then I'm going to go over it with one of these paints up here. I'm going to have to find one of my browns up here. If I don't have a good looking brown up here, then I'll have to go in one of these 7 shoe boxes down here to find some of the good brown, because I don't have any rattle cans of brown. So that'll get us going. I opened up all the bags with all the detailed parts on it and shaved all the flashing off of everything, so that's good to go. I'm going to leave this on here until the morning, until I'm ready to put it on the tape for painting. So that's all we got right now. I'm going to call it a night. It's about 10:30, and I know Debbie wants to watch a movie or something, so we're going to go in the living room and watch a movie. And all these roofing panels I'll have to paint with the flat black for for the underside. And this one, I think I have a gray, or like a metallic gray, for the corrugated metal. And so we're good to go. All right, good night.
All right, so that's where we were last night. Okay, now that's not where we are right now. This is where we are right now. You can see I got the stuff painted up, and it's ready for signage and all that other good stuff. So we're going to head over there in a few minutes. Otter Creek was asking, what did he ask? Is it just a boiler house? No, it's a boiler, a manufacturer and sales, and I think Chris Ruggieri, didn't you work at Babcock Boiler? Not that one, but one similar to that, huh? So you might be able to enlighten everyone on that, about what it is. So we're going to head on over there right now. Let's get the workbench camera up right here, and I'm going to walk over there, and we're going to be working on that here in a minute. So if you haven't done so already, smash that like button so both YouTube and Rumble knows that you're over here watching what's going on. Okay, Edward Turner, thank you so very much. There was a time in history when $25 would buy you an entrance ticket to the train show. Yeah, that is for sure. All right, let me go back over there and do a big thank you for that because I can't do it from over there at the workbench. So thank you very much for that super chat. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, we we ended up paying $30 for the train show at at where was it? Bradenton. Okay, here we go. Okay, thank you very much, Edward. I really appreciate it. Yep, that'll go good for the next one. All right, let me get back over there again. Okay, so here we go. We are at the workbench right now. What I did was I painted. Okay, so you can see this color right here. This is khaki. What's on the doors and some of this trim over here, and on these little 1/16 of an inch squares. That's khaki. That's the camouflage paint. And what I did on these walls right here, I went over it with what's it called? Woodsy Smoke. I just brushed it on. That's Anita's all-purpose acrylic craft paint, available at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and maybe even Walmart. I'm not sure if Walmart has that brand, but they're running lean right now. Michael's and Hobby Lobby. Well, Michael's still has quite a bit of a Hobby Lobby. They've cut down these paints here tremendously. So they're hard to find at Hobby Lobby anymore. All right. Howdy. Okay, D Carol 8. Okay, good to see you over here on both. All right. So that's what I did. I brushed it on with this paintbrush right here. And all I did, shook it up and left some in the lid and then brushed it on in the direction of, the wood grain. So did that for here and all these pieces over here. And left the doors and everything out and the windows with the khaki, the trim with the khaki, and the rafter tails with the khaki. You saw on the video that I did these. I stained that with India ink. I have my trusty India ink right here that I've had it in this bottle, and I've just been adding India ink and adding alcohol for the last maybe 15 years. It works. Michael's at Asheville, North Carolina went to shit with modeling supplies. Used to get plaster cloth there all the time. Not anymore. Yeah, I mean they condensed their model railroad and what else did they have? Airbrush supplies down to just one side, real small. And they had some woodland scenic stuff there. They condensed that down. The other side, they used to have all plastic models. They've cut that down also. They cut everything back, and the paint even more. I mean, they used to have a whole row filled with paints, and now it's just down to practically nothing. Does Hobby Lobby even sell train stuff anymore? They have one HO starter kit and one N-scale starter kit, and they have some Easy Track from Bachman in both HO and N-scale. They have some Woodland Scenic stuff, and they have what's that other JT Models? I think it's JT Models. It has a blue label on it. They have some stuff there of that too. They have some few pieces of styrene. They have some pieces of metal. Yeah, very limited. Very limited. All right. All right. So the likes are going up on Rumble. Okay, good to hear. Hobby Lobby here still has some scenery supplies, but that too is dwindling. Yeah, they have some scenery supplies there, but it's more for kids doing projects in school. They have little starter kits, but they do have a lot of trees and bushes and palm trees and all kind of other stuff. So let me show you this. This is Babcock boiler, and you see this side right here. I'm not going to mess with this side here because this has got the walkway on it. But on the other side, it has this little shed right here and another dock door that's at ground level. Well, I'm going to put this building up against it, or pretty close to it. So this side shows that there's an overhang, but that's not the side that's going to be up against it. Let me see if there is a good show on this side here. Okay, yeah, that's the side, yeah. So this is the side right here that's going to be up with the, this is the, okay. That's, okay, this side right here where that overhang is going to be on this side where this shed is, and I'm going to extend the overhang. I'm going to take this part out right here and turn it the other way to go in between both buildings. But we're going to work on this one first. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to put some signage on the walls. You can see we have some signs over. There's one up on top, one in the front, on edge, on that side by the main door. And there's also one on this side right here. I'm not sure if I'll put that in there. We'll see, because that one will go on this one right here. And I still have to cut out the top part of it where it's curved. So I'll show you how to do that. But first, we're going to, let's do the easy stuff first. We'll apply the peel and stick to the doors. Yeah, JTT is a scenery brand with woodland scenery. Yeah, the JTT is what they have there. That's the one. I couldn't think of the name, but I was close, wasn't I? Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, a lot of the toy stores used to carry model train stuff. There were Days, Let's Eye Candy, and I was a kid, 60s and 70s. Yeah, GC Murphy's had it. I got a lot of stuff at GC Murphy's because there was one that was not too far from our house. And what was the other one? Kmart. Woolworths. They all had it. Hardware stores had it. I mean, that's where I got started when I was just a kid. I went down there at Shink's Hardware. They only had it around Christmas time, but they had a layout up on the second floor. But they had all the S-scale stuff in the back. and I spent hours back here trying to figure out what I wanted to get. And I finally ended up buying. I think they were about $1 a piece too. S-scale rolling stock. I bought a floodlight car and something else with my allowance when I was 10 years old. And Shink's Hardware was in Duquesne, and I lived in West Mifflin, so and it was a little bit down from where I went to school. So it was about a little bit over a mile walk to there. So I don't think you'd let your 10-year-old kids walk that far now to get train supplies. My mom used to kick me out during the day and says, "You don't come home until supper time." And then after supper, she said, "Get out of here. When the street lights come on, that's when it's time to come home." Okay, so this is the easy part. You just stick it on. And so there's the one dock door. And then these are separate, but they fit. We'll have to, what we're going to have to do, I'm going to have to put a bracing behind it to keep it together because that goes on this end right here. So, but what we're going to do is put in the corner pieces inside the doorway. Get this out of the way. Yeah, the good old days. Tom, do you rely on the peel and stick or do you reinforce with another adhesive? On the doors, the peel and stick usually works pretty good. I don't have to add anything to it. But say like like I just did the tar paper stuff. Now on flat surface it works good, but let me show you up here. Okay, well I didn't show you the finished deal of this right here. Okay, here is the Idaho Hotel, and I did all the now all of this is peel and stick right here. On the flat surface it's no problem, but on the ridge cap right here, I had to add glue up here and in this seam right here because you have to bend it a little bit, and the peel and stick adhesive doesn't stick too well. But for the doors, it works okay. I never had a problem with it, and I've got models that are probably 12 years old, and they're still holding up good with the peel and stick stuff. So the peel and stick works pretty good as long as it's a flat surface. Ken Amos, good to see you in here. All right. Yeah, Russ's Rocco Railroad. My mom used to tell us to be home. Yeah. We relied on the street lights. My mom said when the street lights come on, you know it's time to get home. Get your ass home. So we knew it was time to get home when the street lights came on. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do, move some of this stuff out of the way. Always glue on the glass so I don't get glue all over the mat. Move this out of the way here. Put this up here. Come on. Yeah, some Bar Mills has a lot of windows and storefronts also that has the peel and stick stuff on it, and I never had to add glue to any of it. Just like I said, if you have to crease it on a roof line. So here, let's get this ready. Get this out of the way here. Get one of my deals here. Got some paint on that one there, so okay. So we'll just put a little bit of glue, Aleene's tacky glue on there. And I painted all this afternoon after we finally boxed up all the Christmas stuff. It was scattered all over everything in the family room. So we finally got, where's my tweezers now? Where the hell are they? Did I lose them? Where are they? Holy moly, where'd I put them? Did I lose my tweezers? It must be underneath something. Okay, tweezers, where'd you go? Here they go. All right. And while I'm at it, I'm going to have to put my goggles on so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Okay, I'm doing this face down because everything's flush with the outside of the building. And since this wood is the same thickness as the, hold on. That wood's the same thickness as the 1/16 of an inch square. It works out pretty good. Okay, so and this is basically a frame around where the doors go. And once you get the Aleene's glue in there, you don't have to worry about it too much. You don't have to put pressure on it or anything like that. Just maybe get a little bit of there's just a little excess right there. And so that's what that one looks like. All right, now we'll do this raised one right here. And, oh geez. And I moved them, so okay, we got two short ones. Two long ones. I guess the long ones go across horizontal. Okay, yep, that's the way I go. All right. Oops. Stay there. Uh-oh. It turned on me. No big deal. Uh-oh, we got a little bit of stray wood right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's that one. Make sure this one fits. Yep. Okay, I got another camera view here. I got my cell phone over here. I can see we get a little bit of glare on that one over there though. So is this one better or is the other one better? Yeah, how we survived is beyond me. That's for sure. You rode a bicycle without a seat for a year or so. Just couldn't sit down. I wouldn't try to sit down. No helmets, no seat belts, airbags, in some case no brakes or other homemade go-karts. Yeah, I can remember we made our own skateboards. We had those real skates that you strapped onto your shoes, and when they paved the street in the projects, it was on a little bit of a hill. We used those skates and put a phone book on the top of it and rode down the hill on that. Can't do anything without the extra eyes. Yeah, me neither. I thought it was just because we weren't stupid. There you go. Only the good die young. All those things made us what we are today. Kids today and computers and iPads are just wimpy, that's for sure. My first bike was a Evil Knievel bike. Don't think I didn't try and ramp that thing off. Yeah, there you go. Number one. Okay, so we'll go back to the other one here. This one here. Okay. All right. So that's the better view right there. Okay. But I still get, where is it? This light right here. That's this light over here. All right. So here, there you go. I'll move the glass over and we won't get the reflection over there. How about that? All right, 16.6 over on Rumble. Thank you, Rob, for that. I really appreciate it. Let me see if this thing didn't dry out from me looking at the chat. Oh boy, I might have to put some more up there. Let me wipe this off here. See what happens when you don't pay attention to what you're doing. Okay. Okay, here we go. The only thing about sitting at the workbench leaning over like this kills my back. Didn't used to do that, but you know, when you get old, shit happens. That one cut just a little bit too short. Let me get another one here. I'm going to have to cut it just a little bit longer. And that one came out a little bit too short. Much better. Nice and snug fit. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then this door will fit in there just like, well, this, not this one, probably this one here. Okay. Did they change something up on me here? Okay, let's see what they got. Got to read the directions, because normally you put it around all four sides and they fit in there perfectly. Yep. They only have it on the, they don't have it on the bottom on this one here. Okay. So we're going to have to redo that. I did it wrong. Okay. So let's take a look at this one here. The one on this side takes this one, so that should slide up in there. And I might have to shave it down just a hair, but that's going to be snug. Okay. So that'll fit in there like that. Like that. But we'll add that later. And then this, I didn't follow directions, and there's not one on the bottom. So normally they have one on the bottom. So instead of cutting two more pieces a little bit longer, I'm just going to cut this one, because we'll never see the difference on that. Make sure I go all the way through it. Make sure I don't go too far. Yeah, I'm doing it the shortcut way, and hopefully I don't screw things up here. Take these out. Thing about aliens, if you make a mistake, it's forgiving. Read the directions. Don't rely on what happened in the last kit. They end up changing it around. Okay. So, who needs stinking directions? You just go back and fix it. There you go. Yeah, and that's too hard. So I'm going to have to get another dollop over here. Yeah, nothing like a sharp knife and a little glue won't fix. There you go. We got it covered. We cover up our mistakes. Just don't pay attention to that. Ignore that part there and just watch from now on. And I said I was going to record this earlier because it was the thing was so slow, but I forgot to hit the record button. So, oh well. I'm glad I sized it up with the doors. Otherwise, if I waited till tomorrow when I actually put the doors in, it might have been, glue might have been a little bit too hard to undo. But it's always, there's always a way to get it off. All you have to do is wet it just a little bit and it'll come apart. Oh man, there was a lot on the edge of that. Ooh. You got a lot on the outside, so gotta go in the little grooves in between and just like thin that out so it's not noticeable. Okay, so there we go. All right, now let's try it. Put that way. Might have to shave it because it's a little bit, just barely. Yep. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. Okay, that way. Okay, there you go. So that's what it's going to look like. So we'll pop them out. And we'll just hit that with a little bit of light glue. I might not, normally I would put a little bit, like another 1/16 of an inch bracing behind that just so it doesn't move. Or on this one here, you can have these partially open. Have them open like that. Right there in the light. Okay, there we go. That's one good thing about when they're in two pieces, you could simulate the door being open. So on this side, it's raised because there is a walkway there, and this fits in here like this. And we'll do that later because there's peel and stick that goes on top of that, like that. But now we'll work on the signage on the sides of the doors, on the sides of the walls. All right, so where's these signs at? Okay, so here's the front. So this sign goes on the front next to the window. We're going to leave some room on the edge of the window there. That one will go there. There's a roof over that door, so this one goes up at the peak. And it'll be easier to handle once I got the glue on it, but just showing you where these signs go. And here's a entrance sign. That's going to go like right there. And this sign right here goes on. There's a little piece up here somewhere. Let me see if I could find it again. Oh, here it is. It gets attached to that, and that goes up on top of the roof. So we'll just keep those together over there. And then this one goes on this side here. I might put that up there as high as we can get it because I'm going to put a roof coming across this way right here. And this is the side that's going to be up against Hurst Boiler. I'll just put a little canopy over there or maybe a shed right there. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But what I have to do before I do that, I have to cut the top and go around the edge, the little circle there. So I had my little, here's my 6-inch one right here. Okay. Let me catch up on the chat here before I get started on this. Let's see what's going on. All right. Okay, I was here previously. Luke Towan and SMT Otter, the other two I know of. Not that I know. Otter Creek TSG Multimedia has 65,000, I believe. SMT brought over a lot of his gaming buddies. His count got so high. Otter Creek, I would argue that Luke is not really Model Railroad channel. As I recall, he gave up on doing Model Railroad specific stuff because of YouTube algo messing with his reach. I remember when Luke first started, he was doing stuff on an ironing board. I was one of his first subscribers, and he was doing stuff, and it was just scenery. And probably the reason why the model railroad stuff didn't do too good for him is because all his viewers were uh, interested in scenery. And when he changed to with locomotives and model railroading, uh, it didn't uh, go well. Well, they didn't know how to, or I guess YouTube didn't know how to push it out because it was different from what he was doing. It was a different topic. But if he would have, just did the model railroading stuff and did it, marked it as scenery, probably did just as well. Yeah, he does a lot of good work. He's very good at what he does. There's no instruction manuals for success on YouTube, but there's a lot of people on YouTube that will try to tell you what does happen. I followed a lot of them in the very beginning, and it got me to where I am now. And basically what you have to do on YouTube now is go with what's trending. And if you're a model railroader, that you're not going to do that because you're not going to be doing what's trending. You're going to be doing what you want to do anyway. But that's what a lot of people do. They don't care, they don't have a specific thing. They just go by what people are watching, and they'll copy that, and that's how they get the clicks. But okay, so I get up. I learned from the best. The first laundry that I worked in had a print shop in it, and they had to cut all their stuff out. This is before things were on the internet, and they had to cut all their graphic stuff out of little pictures and stuff and paste it onto the thing. And they had this big Kodak copier that was the size of like 3 chest freezers, and the thing was big to do all their printing stuff. And I learned a lot from them on how to cut out stuff, because they had to do it like this all the time. Back in the good old days, before the internet. Now, a lot of times, since this is 20-pound paper, you'd go on the back of it with sandpaper, but since I rearranged everything on here, I cannot find the soft sandpaper that I used for this stuff. So I'm just going to let it go at that. Okay, I'm going to get the other glue. I'm not going to use the Aleene's Tacky glue. I'm going to use the Elmer's Glue All. Lady Luck has to be on your side, that's for sure. Lady Luck has to be on your side, and you have to do something that people want to watch. Oh boy. Oh, I moved the glass over again. Let me move the glass over here so you don't get a glare. Well, I gotta get all the glue off the top of this thing so it'll open up. Yeah, to get people to watch, you gotta do something different than what other people were doing. Uh, Give them something that they want to learn. Teach them something new. Entertain them. Keep their mind occupied. And for one thing, get stuff, do things in front of the camera instead of off camera. That's the only problem with these live things, trying to record stuff. You got to keep going forward. You know, I tend to lean back a little bit to get things. And this thing's filled up with glue right here on the top. I couldn't open it. Ugh! I might have to get the pliers out. Okay, let me find my pliers. I'm still here just doing things off camera. And I can see I already ran past 9 o'clock. It's 9:15. So we'll go a little bit longer, maybe till about 9:30 or so, or until I'm finished doing these things right here. And I use this small one because I have over on the side here, I have a half-a-gallon jug of the Elmer's glue. But on this, I just take my finger and just rub the glue on the back. And we're not going to worry about thinning it out. We'll do that on really, really old, decrepit buildings. And try to get this thing centered. It's hard when it curls up. Okay. Come on, try to flatten out here so I could see where we're at. And it hangs over a little bit. So we'll just slide it over, and we'll have to trim it off at the edge. Yeah, we're going by the lines on the wood. Line it up like that. Okay, so the only thing, we'll just have to trim off the edges on there once it dries. So there's that one right there. We'll do this one here. See if we still have enough on here. Don't need a lot of glue. You just want to get enough on the back of it to coat it. And on this one here, since it's bigger, it's longer, we might put the work it into the wood a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I don't have enough glue on there. Okay. So we're going to have to put a little behind it. And let it work its way out. And what I'm going to do is take the back of the tweezers and work it into the wood. So you see the lines all the way across. It's more visible on the lighter print. Can't really see it on the dark print, but you know it's there. Okay, so let that dry up. Uh-oh. And I hope my, okay, okay. I got a little beep beep from my headphones, so I didn't know if my microphone went off or not. Okay, let me check on the chat. Back in the late 2000s when I first started out here, when I was still in process of building my first HO railroad and didn't even have a backdrop up yet, I got over 1 million hits on a couple of videos. All right, good to hear. I never got that many. There's no perfect formula. That's for sure. Yeah, a lot of knuckleheads are getting success. Yeah, that's for sure. All right, I do a document my build. That's really the only reason. I appreciate the hobby and the following I have. Very grateful. I did not do think I would make money. Still not monetized. Yeah, when I started, it was easier to be monetized. The first 100 subs are hard. The next 900 even worse. Steady, predictable updates help a lot. Yeah, it's a lot harder to get going now because there's a lot of model railroaders in there already doing stuff. When I got started, there wasn't that many model railroaders in here, and what they were doing, they weren't uh, really showing you how to do anything. They were just going over what was on their railroad without really teaching you anything. So that's the reason I started the model railroading for beginners, to show everybody how things were done, and that took off right there. That got me a lot of subscribers right there. The model railroading for beginners series, because nobody else was doing that at the time. And that's what you got to do. You got to find out something that nobody else is doing and teach them something. I hate when these curl up like that. Okay, let's try to get this off in the center. And bring his side up a little bit. Okay, that looks like about right. And I hope it's probably telling me that I need to charge up my thing, so I'm going to do this one and head on over to the other side, because I keep getting a boop boop on this thing. So I might have to plug this back in. I'm on wireless right now. So let me get this one decal on. Let me get the other one on too. Get this done real quick. And then I'll go over to the other computer and plug this back in. Okay. All right, so there's that one right there. So we got all three walls that we're going to do, and we probably could put something on the back here, but there's a shed long shed that goes on the back. So it would have to be way up here on the top. So we'll worry about that at another time. I'm going to... Here it started beeping on me again. So let me get over there and before this thing shuts off on me. So hold on a second and let me head on over to the other side. Okay, here we go. Let me plug this thing in. All right, maybe it won't be beeping at me for so much. Okay. Ken Amos, 2 weeks, maybe 3, I'll have a mill house on the market, and then I can start some train time by getting building ready to lay. I got a section of the shop, so I have separate 30 by 35 space and use a mini split. All right, good to hear. What else did I miss? Let me go back a little. Okay, YouTube sent me a message, or rather another entity did, and wanted to study my video to try and figure out what made it go viral. Yeah, I get a lot of those. It's called spam. Let's go back over here. The 5,600 subs I have mostly came from the pipe tobacco reviews. There you go. Yeah, I got 28,000 subs, but I barely get 1,000 people to watch. So, a lot of the subs I got at the very beginning, and they don't watch very much anymore, or they don't get notified. I get a lot, every once in a while I'll get an email from somebody said, I didn't know you were still on because I haven't been notified for years. I didn't know you had videos on because they were relying on notifications, and they just really don't know. Probably South Africa who offload his fortune to you. There you go. They probably never figured it out. Yeah. I did end up seeing a model where I was seen in the TV commercials, but not mine. All right. You got a lot of work to do, Ken. Between that and 29 windows, kitchen rehab, and insulating my house and rebuild my truck engine, I have train time. Glad I retired. Yeah, there you go. I cut your stuff, Tom, from Arduino videos. Yeah, Tom has a... Yeah, I did a lot of Arduino videos. Paul Werther. Yeah, is that the guy? Is that the old college professor guy? Paul Werther? I can't remember if that's the one I used to watch a guy all the time. Yeah, ScrewTube has stopped notifying me. Yeah, ScrewTube doesn't notify you for anything. I get no notifications whatsoever. I mean, you have to have your phone on. You have to at the time the video goes up. Otherwise, you're not going to get notified. Oh, yeah, Rob over on Rumble says all the doors on my structures are open. There you go. My HO people know that there is not a locksmith on the layout. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the soldering video. Yeah. And I had some guy from England tell me that I was pronouncing solder wrong. He says it's solder. He says, how dare you mispronounce solder? Ken, you have your work cut out for you. Now that I'm retired, I don't know how to get anything done when I was working. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they do not send out any notifications. Okay, but it's been what 3 years since we've been here. We moved in January, and what this is like the end of February. It took us that long to get our furniture in here because I remember it was about this time when I finally got the last load of out of my storage unit over here. So it took almost 7 weeks to get things straightened out, and we didn't get a lot done in the house because we didn't make the money that we thought we were going to make on the other house. So we couldn't do a lot that we wanted to do on this one. We wanted to remodel the kitchen to get a chance to do it, but that's over and done with. Okay. My dad called it solder. Yeah, it's solder. Yeah. I'm from Pittsburgh. It's called solder. You talked about being a headset. Either I noticed your headphone light blinking. Could these be wireless? And do you need a charge? Yeah, this is wireless. This is the Void. And I had it on the charger right before I started up. But occasionally, this thing over here it used to change color on both, as you can see it on both sides. But I have an app on, I'm not sure if it's on this one or on the other computer, where I could change the colors on this over here. Yeah, because you can see it's changing right there. Ooh, fading in and out and shit. So yeah, in the USA we say solder. Yeah. Yeah, I remember some stupid shenanigans you were having with the last place you. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I got out of there. they changed not ownership, but presidents, officials in the HOA, and they were just a pain in the ass. They made life miserable. So, okay, it's about 20 to 10. I'm going to cut this off and continue on Rumble. On Rumble, I'm going to use the microphone instead of the headphones because if I want to show something on the web, it won't play the audio with the headphones. So I have to cut the headphones off and use the regular speaker. So thank you all for stopping in. We'll see you again next Monday. Don't forget tomorrow morning, coffee with Dave, and then in the afternoon with Jim. And I'll be back on Monday, and we'll be doing some more on Workbench Wednesday next Wednesday. So head on over to Rumble. Let me see if I can give you the link if you're interested in going over to Rumble. We'll stay on there for just a little bit, not very long, but just a little bit. So thank you all for stopping in. Let me put the end thing up in here. Okay, there we go. Engineer, where are you headed? Carry me back to Tennessee. I got a little girl, she's been waiting. I bet she'd marry me.
Mr. Kane.
Okay. Time to rumble. All right, here we go.
Lord, to pay my fare. Gotta get this train down to the station. My little girl.
Let's rumble on over. Okay, good night, everyone. Okay, there we go.
Well, the night is dark, and Lord, it's cloudy. I've been traveling that lonesome road. My one true love, waiting there to see.
Okay. We got Jim, we got Rob. Who else we got over there? D. Carroll 8. Curtis, CNL Lines. Gerald, okay.
Well, they left Columbus around 7. Oh, Lord, they hit Louisville about 9. That poor boy's heart started overheating, sending all of his love on down. For the night is dark, and Lord is quiet.
Okay, I got the main microphone on now. All right, good deal. You shut these headphones off.
Waiting there to see. Oh, that long old train back.
Whirly smoke time. Oh, we're already past that, aren't we? I missed it.
For the night is dark and the sky is cloudy. Traveling on that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see me. For that long old train, won't you carry me? Oh, train, 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 won't you carry me? Oh,
Here I am. Had to get my cell phone off of the other computer over there. Okay, here we go. All right, get ready to rumble.